Good morning. Penny Wong for Prime Minister. It's a pity she's a senator. Penny should be Prime Minister because in the middle of this stupid, childish, insulting performance from both the government and the opposition yesterday, Penny Wong stood out as the only one with any sense or any dignity. And she's the one who's supposed to be taking offence. This happened in the Senate Estimates Committee just before we got off air yesterday. I mentioned it at the time. She was giving evidence and the opposition Senator David Bushby made a meowing noise, a cat noise. It was bitchy, it was aimed at Penny Wong. I reckon she reacted brilliantly.
A number of points. The first is that is a witness list.
Which is prepared by Treasury.
If I can finish now. Oh, yes. Why don't you meow when a woman does that? That's a good idea. That's really, it is just extraordinary. The blokes are allowed to yell, but if a woman stands her ground, you want to make that kind of comment. It's sort of schoolyard politics, mate.
We just want to ask the Secretary of the Treasury about Treasury.
I'm talking...
Order now.
It's just extraordinary.
Straight, dignified, to the point. You are a dill, David, she was saying. But then, further to her credit, even further to her credit, once silly David Bushby realised he'd put his foot in it, he apologised to her in private. She accepted graciously and moved on. Full credit to her. Not to her mates. The government immediately tried to make political mileage, almost as if Tony Abbott had approved this. Now, Abbott himself, rather than belting Bushby, telling him to grow up, he stumbled around, didn't know what to do. The government went in harder, accusing the opposition of sexism, which is nonsense, accusing Bushby of being an Abbott goon, which is nonsense. Remember, this is the same government that allowed Julia Gillard to call a member of the opposition, Christopher Pyne, a mincing poodle. The same Labor Party that had Mark Latham in the Parliament refer to a journalist as a skanky hoe. Talk about double standards and political mileage. They didn't care about sexism or insult. They're just milking it. Penny Wong, to her credit, was not. And let's not ignore reality here. Penny Wong is gay, she is female, she's of Asian parentage, and maybe one or all those facts played a bit of a role in this drongo stirring her up. I was talking to a gay woman last night who says quite often when she's out in public with her female partner, they have idiots meowing at them. Now, I don't know if that's what this dingbat meant when he did it. I got no idea. Perhaps it doesn't matter. Wong handled it well. He apologised to his credit. We should have moved on to talk about the economy and the carbon tax or our role in Afghanistan, all these important things. Instead, the government ran around in this hypocritical funk trying to score points. Now that, to me, desperation. Strike, that hurts too.